Today I'm going to show you exactly how to use HubSpot CRM, even if you're a complete beginner. This is the full setup for contacts, companies, deals, pipeline, tasks, and reports in 2026. Open your browser, go to HubSpot.com, and click the Get Started free button in the top right. On the sign-up page, type your work email, first name, last name, and a password. Click Create Account. HubSpot sends a confirmation code to your email. Paste that code into the verification box and click Verify. When the dashboard loads, you'll see a left sidebar and a Getting Started panel. If HubSpot opens a wizard, click Not Now to close it because I want you to see the actual CRM, not a checklist. Look at the top left. In the main menu are areas like CRM, sales, marketing, content, service, reporting, and automation. For this whole setup, we stay under CRM. Click CRM and then click Contacts. The Contacts index page is empty right now, and this is where the whole database is. Before we make the first record, look at the left sidebar. Contacts, companies, deals, and tickets are objects. An object is the big container for a type of record. A record is one row inside that object, like one person named John Smith. The fields you are about to fill in, first name, last name, email, phone, are properties. So object, record, property. Now let's build the first record. On the Contacts page, click Create Contact in the top right. If your account uses the newer label, it says Add Contact or Create New instead. The Create form opens with fields in the center. Type John in the first name field, type Smith in the last name field, type john@example.com in the email field. In the phone field, type 091712345667. In the job title field, type Marketing Manager. Leave Lifecycle Stage as Lead for now. Click Create. HubSpot drops you onto the new contact record. This is the contact record. Look at the left side of the page. It is a timeline where every email, call, meeting, note, and task will appear. It is blank right now. On the right side, the About card shows the properties you just entered, and there's a Companies card for associations. If you add an email address, HubSpot can deduplicate contacts and sometimes suggest the company automatically. That is why I don't skip email. Click the Contacts breadcrumb in the top left to go back to the list. Now go to Companies in the left sidebar. Click Create Company in the top right. Type ABC Marketing in the company name field. In the company domain, type abcmarketing.com. Click Create. To associate John with this company, go back to Contacts, click John Smith, and on the right side, find the company's card. Click Add, start typing ABC Marketing, select the company from the drop-down, and click Save. The company card now shows the association. When multiple people from ABC Marketing contact you, they all connect to the same company, so you see the whole account instead of scattered notes. Back on the Contacts index, click Import in the top right. Choose File Upload, then click the File Upload area and select a CSV or Excel file from your computer. I'm using a spreadsheet with columns for first name, last name, email, phone, and company. HubSpot uploads the file and shows a preview. Click Next to reach the mapping screen. On this screen, check that HubSpot's email property on the left is mapped to your spreadsheet's email column on the right. If email maps wrong, you will import duplicates and make a mess. Fix any unassigned columns by clicking the drop-down next to each one. Click Next. The review screen shows how many records will be created. If you see errors like invalid emails, go back and fix the file. Click Start Import when it looks right. HubSpot processes the import in the background and emails you when it finishes. Click the Settings gear icon in the top right of the dashboard. In the Settings search, type Properties, then click Contact Properties. Before you create a new property, type Lead Source in the Property search box. If HubSpot already shows a standard lead source property, use that and do not create a duplicate. I'm going to create one because this account does not have it. Click Create Property. For Object, leave Contact. For Group, pick Contact Information. For Label, type Lead Source. For Field type, choose Drop-Down Select. In the Options box, type Facebook, then add Google, Referral, Website, and Cold Outreach. Click Save. The new property now appears on every contact record. Go back to Contacts. Above the table, click Filters. Set the first filter to Lifecycle Stage as any of Lead, Marketing Qualified Lead, Sales Qualified Lead. Click Apply. The table now shows only those leads. Click Save View. Name the view New Leads. Choose whether it is visible to everyone or only you, then click Save. Now you have a one-click view for follow-up. I would also create a Needs follow-up view based on task due date, but start with New Leads. Now go to Deals in the left sidebar. Click Create Deal. In the Deal Name field, type ABC Marketing Website Project. In the Amount field, type 50,000. In the Close Date field, choose December 30th, 2026. In the Deal Stage dropdown, choose Qualified to Buy. If you have more than one pipeline, select Sales Pipeline first. In the Association section, search John Smith and select him. Then search ABC Marketing and select the company. Click Create. The deal opens on its own record page. Only create a deal when there's a real sales opportunity, not just because a contact appeared. Click the Board tab at the top of the Deals page. The board shows columns for each stage: New, Qualified, Proposal Sent, Negotiation, Closed Won, and Closed Lost. Your stage names may differ. The deal card for ABC Marketing website project sits in Qualified. Each column shows the total dollar amount so you can see where revenue is stuck at a glance. If a stage does not match a real step in your sales process, open Pipeline Settings later and remove it. Drag the deal card from Qualified to Proposal Sent. The moment you drop it, HubSpot saves the new stage and the board total moves to that column. Now open the deal and in the left panel use the stage dropdown to move it to Negotiation. When John agrees, drag the card to Closed Won. If he walks away, move it to Closed Lost instead. Do not leave deals in the wrong stage because the whole report is based on these columns. Open John Smith's contact record. In the left timeline, click the Create Task button. The task panel opens on the right. Type Call John about website proposal in the title. Set the due date to tomorrow. Leave the task assigned to you. Click Save. The task now sits in the timeline and in the tasks queue. Every active lead should have a clear next task, otherwise it will go cold. On John's timeline, click Log a Call. In the Call Outcome panel, set Outcome to Connected. In the Notes field, type John is interested in the website, ask for a proposal. Click Save. The call appears in the timeline. If you had a meeting instead, click Log Meeting and fill the same panel with the date and the meeting notes. A good note has the objection, the request, and the next step, not just called customer. From John's contact record, click the email icon or send email in the top right. The Compose window opens. In the subject line, type Website Proposal Follow-up. In the body, type, "Hi John, I wanted to follow up on the website proposal. Let me know if you have questions or want to schedule another call. Thanks." Keep the email to one ask. Click Send. If your personal email is connected, HubSpot logs the email to this contact and tracks opens and clicks. Click the Meetings link in the top navigation or search Meeting Scheduling in the main menu. On the Scheduling Pages screen, click Create Scheduling Page. Name it Book a 30-minute Consultation. Choose the calendar you want to connect, Google, Office 365, or Exchange. Set the duration to 30 minutes. Set your availability hours. Do not make every hour available. Keep time for actual work. Click Create, then copy the share link. Send that link to John instead of going back and forth about times. Back on John's contact record, look at the Lifecycle Stage property on the right. Click the drop-down and change it from Lead to Marketing Qualified Lead once John has engaged. When he asks about pricing, change it to Sales Qualified Lead. When the deal is created, change it to Opportunity. When the deal closes won, set Customer. Do not mark a contact as a customer just because they showed interest. The lifecycle stage only works if your entire team uses the same meaning for each stage. Jufin Olarim Dawas and click Segments in the menu. Click Create Segment. Name it Facebook Leads. Set the filter to lead source equals Facebook. Click Save. The segment now lists everyone from Facebook. Use a segment when you repeatedly need to target the same group. A saved view is for you to work a list. A segment is usually for sending to a group. Go to Marketing in the top menu and click Forms. Click Create Form. Name the form Website Inquiry. Keep the field's first name and email. Before you publish, make sure marketing and sales agree on what makes someone ready for sales follow-up. Click Publish, then copy the embed code or link to your website. When a visitor submits, HubSpot creates a contact. Back in CRM, you can open that contact, look at the source, and if they ask about a service, create a deal. That is the handoff from marketing to sales. Go to Automations and click Workflows. If your plan does not include workflows, skip this part and use Tasks. Click Create Workflow. Choose Contact based in blank workflow. Name it Follow New Sales Qualified Lead. Set the trigger to Lifecycle Stage as Sales Qualified Lead. Click Add Action, choose Create Task. Set the task title to call New Sales Qualified Lead. Set the due date for 1 day after contact. Turn the workflow on. Now when someone reaches Sales Qualified Lead, HubSpot creates the follow-up task automatically. Automate repetitive administrative steps first, not a process you haven't defined. Now go to Reporting in the top menu and click Dashboards. Click Create Dashboard. Name it Sales Performance. Click Create Report. Choose Deal Amount. In the Pipeline filter, choose Sales Pipeline. Set the date range to this quarter. Click Save. Add another report for Closed Won deal count. Click Save. A report should answer a business question. If it doesn't, don't put it on your dashboard. Go back to Deals and click Filters. Set a filter for close date is before next week. Click Apply. This shows the deals you need to push. I also filter by last activity date is more than 14 days to see stalled opportunities. If a deal has not moved in 14 days, open it and create a task. On the Contacts page, click Edit Columns and add last activity date. Then filter last activity date is more than 90 days. This is your inactive contact list. Select all, and if they are genuinely dead, delete them or export them first. Use the Merge option for duplicates. To find duplicates, click Actions and choose Manage Duplicates. HubSpot shows likely duplicate pairs. Select the ones that match and click Merge. I would do this weekly, not once a year. While you are in the contacts list, let me show the most dangerous beginner mistake. Select 2 duplicate records and look at the Merge screen. If you never merge, reports double count people. The second mistake is leaving deals in the wrong stage, which you saw on the board. The third is too many custom properties. We made one lead source property, but don't build one for every small field. Search standard properties first. The fourth is building a complicated automation before your process is clear. Start with tasks. Now I'll show the daily routine inside HubSpot. Click Tasks in the top navigation. Work this list first. Then open Contacts and click your new leads view to see who came in. Then go to Deals and filter for deals moved in the last 7 days. If a card looks stuck, open it and create a task. This takes about 5 minutes and keeps the database alive. On Friday, open Reporting and look at the Sales Performance dashboard. Check which deals are moving and which are stuck. Go to Deals and filter by last activity date is more than 14 days. Open each stalled deal and create a task for the owner. Then go to Contacts and open the Duplicate Manager. Merge duplicate pairs so next week's report does not double count. That weekly routine keeps the CRM accurate. Let's run one clean full flow with a new lead. Go to Contacts and click Create Contact. Type Sarah in first name, Jones in last name, Sarah at abcmarketing.com in email, and Chief Executive Officer in job title. Set Lifecycle Stage to Lead, click Create. Go to Companies and associate Sarah with ABC Marketing from the right side. Create a task to call the senior team because Sarah is the Chief Executive Officer. When she shows interest, create a deal named ABC Marketing Website Project Second Phase, set amount to 20,000, close date next quarter, and stage qualified to buy. That sequence, contact, company, task, deal, stage, is the basic CRM system in HubSpot. Before I leave you, change one setting on the contact index, click Edit Columns and add company. That column lets you spot unassociated contacts immediately. Then open Settings, go to Deal Pipelines, and click your pipeline. Check that every stage has a clear meaning. I would remove any stage your team does not actually use. Then go to Contacts and create a saved view for My Contacts by filtering Contact Owner as Me. That will be the view you use every morning. The saved view is ready on the left. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment saying this was helpful because comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.